How you doing today, guys? This is Alex Gomez, your favorite teacher in the whole world. Today we're going to talk about volume on prisms and pyramids. Specifically, today is going to be triangular prisms and pyramids. So, to start with, I'm going to do a triangular prism. Now, every time we talk about volume, we have different formulas. Okay? So for volume of a prism is different than the volume of a pyramid. Now, things to recognize. This is a prism because it has how many bases? Two bases. All prisms have two bases. Okay? And they're gonna be the same shape. In this case, I'm gonna start changing colors to identify, label things. This is gonna be my base right here. This is what shape is this? What shape is that?
Triangle.
Triangle. So this is gonna be called a triangular prism. Triangular prism. Okay. Now the first thing that I need you to do, that we need to know, is the formula for volume. And the volume formula is V equals big B H, uppercase B. Now, uppercase B stands for area of the base. Area of the base. So, since I already identified my base, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw it up for. Let me first put some labels in here. I'm gonna put in some numbers, units. So let's call this, that's gonna be 4 meters. The bottom is gonna be 6 meters. And this distance is gonna be 10 meters. Now that I have that and I identify my base, I'm gonna draw the base on the side, and since I had it purple, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna draw a triangle and label it. So this is 4 meters and this is 6 meters. Now what I wanna do now is only focus on this two-dimensional shape, only on the base. I don't care about the volume right now. I'm only focused on this one because I need to find the area of this shape, and in this case the area of that shape is a what shape is that? Triangle. So when you look at the formula sheets, it says that the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Now notice that this base, this is also a B. Both of these are B's, but they're completely different from each other. In fact, this whole thing is this big B. This whole thing, uppercase B, stands for area of the base. So, now that I know this, I'm going to substitute the values in, but I'm only looking at this shape right here. So the base of this one is going to be 6, the height is 4, and I'm just going to divide by 2. 6 times 4 is?
24.
Divided by 2 is? 12. So now these are meters squared. Why squared? Because it's area. Right now it's just area. So what I just found over here is actually my uppercase B. Now that I know this, I can come back to the volume formula and substitute the values in. So I'm going to redraw this, rewrite this. So that big B equals uppercase B is what now? 12. Now, if I look at this shape, I already used the number 4 and the number 6. So I can go back, and the only number that I haven't used is 10. So now, if I look at this, I'm gonna relabel this a different color as H. H in the volume formula is the distance between the two bases. So for example, if I have a box, I know this is a rectangular prism, but my base is right here. The H is going to be the distance from this end to this end. And it's going to be this distance right here. That's my height, the height of the prism itself. So, the only number that I haven't used is the 10. And the 10 is the distance between the two bases. Does anybody have anything to say about that?
No.
It is, right? So, all I have to do is multiply this 2 by 10. And what do I get? 12 by 10 is 120. In this case, meters cubed. Any questions on that one?
No.
Now, the only thing that can change in this formula is gonna be this letter right here. The values for that letter, or the formula that you use for that letter. So if you use a rectangular prism, and you can check my other video for that, the thing that is gonna change is right here. That is gonna be represented by the formula or whatever the base is. If it's a rectangle, you use base times height. If it's a trapezoid, whatever the formula is, pentagon, whatever the formula is for the area of the base, that's what's gonna be right here. That's the thing that you have to identify. Any questions on volume? We're good? Now, since that is a prism, the other thing that we have to talk about today is a pyramid. And this is a triangular pyramid. For this one, that's 4 meters, 5 meters, and my height. Now, on the pyramid, the height of the pyramid is gonna be from the center of the pyramid to the center of the base. So if I have a pyramid like this, and this is a triangular pyramid as well, the height is not gonna be right here. The height is gonna be from here through the center. So the actual height, this is the length height. We don't need that right now until we talk about surface area. So the height for this one is gonna be from the center. Let me do it a different color so you can see a little better. From the center, it's going inside. That's why the line is dashed. And the height is gonna be 10 meters. Now, right now, we already established that this is a pyramid. But what type of pyramid are we talking about?
Triangular.
Triangular
Pyramid.
pyramid. Why triangular?
Because the base is a
Because the what?
base.
The base is a triangle. So just like before, I'm gonna identify my base and draw it on the side. How much is this right here? I'm only looking at the base right now. So this is 4 meters. The bottom is
5.
5 meters. Now, the formula for the volume of a pyramid is gonna be a little different. Not much, but just a little. Volume equals big B, H, but then you divide by 3. That's the only difference. That at the end you divide by 3. So again, big B is purple because that's how I have it. So again, I'm gonna do big B is the area of a what?
The base.
What shape is that? Triangle. And that's gonna be what? Base times height divided by 2. Now what's my base? I'm only looking at this, remember? 5 times divided by 2. 5 times 4 is? Divided by 2 is? 10. So the area of my base is 10 meters square. Remember, for area is square, for volume is cube. We're good so far?
Yes.
So now, what numbers have I used already?
4.
I've used the 4 and the 5. So the only number that I haven't used is 10. So that has to be H. Now, notice I have an H right here and I have an H right here. But they're not the same H. This H belongs to the base and this H belongs to the height of the prism, of the pyramid. Okay? That's a common mistake. So make sure that's why I draw it on the side so that y'all can see it. Now, I'm gonna go back to the volume formula. The volume formula says V. Now, do I know uppercase B? Did I just find that? How much is that? 10. What is my height? Times 10. But then after that, what do I have to do?
Over 10 over 3.
Over 3. You divide the whole thing by 3. So what's 10 times 10? 100. 100 divided by 3? 33.3 repeating. So the volume is 33 and a third, or 33.3 repeating meters,
30.
meters cubed. Any questions on that one? Again, the only thing that is gonna change in this one is gonna be whatever the volume, the area formula is for the shape. So, now, a common mistake. Notice how over here, I have my height of the base represented by this dash line. Can everybody see that? Sometimes they might give you a number, I don't know, maybe right here, that belongs to this side. Let's call this, I don't know, 6. That is not gonna be the height. That number belongs right here, right? If you look at that, that number belongs right there. That is not my height. That's the slanted height. I don't need that. Don't get it confused. You don't need that yet until we talk about surface area. That's a common mistake. Now, whenever they give you a shape, let's say, what type of triangle is this?
Right triangle.
What is it?
Right triangle.
Right triangle, right? So if they give you a shape like this, and they say this is 3, this is 4, this is 10, the area of the base, now this is the height, right here. That will be the height. Why don't I have a dashed line right here? Can everybody see that? Because if I make another triangle like that, what do I get?
Rectangle.
Rectangle. And is that the base and the height of a rectangle? So whenever they give you a right triangle for the base, you take that as the height. Don't take this. This will not be the height. That's the diagonal. Can y'all see that? That is not a height. Any questions for today, guys?
No.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and check the video for rectangular prisms. That's it for today, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.